The Ark of the Covenant is one of the most enigmatic and revered artifacts in religious history. It is traditionally described in biblical texts as a sacred chest built by the Israelites, under the guidance of Moses, to house the stone tablets of the Ten Commandments. According to Scripture, the Ark was also a vessel carrying Aaron's rod and a golden pot of manna. Its significance lies not just in its purported contents, but in the profound symbolic and religious weight it carries as a representation of divine presence and covenant between God and the Israelites. The Ark stands at the intersection of myth and reality, enhancing its allure and the persistent fascination it holds is across cultures and religions. The importance of unraveling the mystery of the Ark of the Covenant is anchored in its role as a touchstone for historical, religious, and archaeological inquiry. It prompts questions about historical accuracy, cultural myth-making, and religious beliefs. By exploring the Ark, we delve into broader discussions about human civilization's understanding of the sacred and the intersection of religion and history. Two notable examples underscore its enduring impact. First, the Ethiopian Orthodox Church claims to house the Ark in the Church of Our Lady Mary of Zion in Aksum. While access is highly restricted, the claim draws thousands of pilgrims yearly, highlighting the Ark's contemporary religious significance. Second, the quest for the Ark has inspired numerous archaeological explorations and expeditions, not least the celebrated narratives presented in popular media, such as the Indiana Jones films, which blend historical intrigue with adventurous myth-making. Opinions supporting the existence of the Ark often cite religious texts and traditions, viewing them as historical accounts rather than allegorical tales. However, this perspective faces significant challenges and controversies. Critics argue that the Ark's description and existence might be an amalgam of myth and tradition, lacking empirical evidence given the absence of archaeological findings. This skepticism is further fueled by the Ark's role in various conspiracy theories and pseudoscientific claims, making scholarly inquiry fraught with contentious interpretations. The mystery of the Ark of the Covenant is intertwined with broader narratives about the power of sacred relics in human culture. It influences various aspects of theological reflection, historical research, and even geopolitical discourse today. The Ark serves as a catalyst for discussions about faith, empirical evidence, and the human propensity to seek connections with the divine, weaving together the strands of myth and reality into a complex tapestry that continues to captivate scholars and lay people alike. The historical background and biblical accounts of the Ark of the Covenant is a foundational concept when examining whether the Ark is a myth or reality. This exploration delves into ancient texts, primarily the Hebrew Bible, where the Ark is depicted as a sacred chest constructed to house the tablets of the Ten Commandments. It is described as a symbol of divine presence and power for the Israelites, often carried into battles and central to religious rituals. The significance of this point lies in its ability to anchor the Ark within a historical and religious context, offering insights into its perceived importance and influence on culture and faith. One notable example is the biblical account of the Battle of Jericho, where the Ark is said to have played a key role in the Israelites' victory. Another example is the Ark's placement in the Holy of Holies within the Temple of Solomon, signifying its utmost sanctity and centrality in worship. These stories illustrate not only the Ark's religious significance, but also its potential historical implications as a symbol of ancient Israelite identity and divine favor. Opinions supporting the historical reality of the Ark often come from theological scholars and archaeologists who argue that these texts, while potentially embellished, may hold kernels of historical truth reflective of the period's cultural and religious practices. They suggest that the Ark represents both a physical artifact and an ideological construct that fueled the faith and unity of the Israelites. However, there are challenges and controversies surrounding the Ark's historicity. Skeptics point to the lack of concrete archaeological evidence, and argue that the biblical accounts are mythological or allegorical rather than factual descriptions. Some scholars propose alternative viewpoints, suggesting that the Ark is more a product of religious narrative than historical artifact, serving as a powerful metaphor for God's covenant and presence. This point is integral to the broader discussion of whether the Ark of the Covenant is a myth or reality because it provides essential context. It bridges religious belief and historical evidence, influencing interpretations of the Ark's nature. By understanding the historical background and biblical accounts, one can better assess other aspects of the Ark, such as its cultural impact, its role in religious tradition, and its enduring mystery that captures the imagination of believers and skeptics alike. This exploration invites a dialogue between faith and historical inquiry, challenging scholars and enthusiasts to discern the Ark's place in human history. Archaeological finds and scientific investigations form a core component of unraveling the mysteries surrounding the Ark of the Covenant. This topic involves the exploration of historical artifacts and the application of scientific methods. To examine claims about the Ark, a biblical relic said to hold immense power and significance. Archaeology and science provide tangible means to explore historical narratives, attempting to separate myth from potential reality. By examining discovered artifacts, ancient texts, and locations mentioned in biblical accounts, researchers aim to find evidence of the Ark's existence and understand its historical context. The pursuit of archaeological finds is crucial, as it can provide physical evidence that either supports or refutes the Ark's existence. Scientific investigations, on the other hand, allow for the application of modern technology to analyze any findings, offering insights into the materials and construction techniques used in ancient times. Together, these methods help paint a clearer picture of the past and enhance our understanding of historical and religious contexts. Two notable examples include the reported excavation at Kiryat Yearim in Israel, believed by some to be a potential site of the Ark's ancient resting place. Investigations at such sites often involve ground-penetrating radar and other technologies to detect buried structures. Another example is the analysis of biblical texts using linguistic and historical methodologies, which can provide clues about the Ark's movements and its cultural significance over time. Despite these promising avenues, challenges abound. The historical accuracy of biblical narratives is often debated among scholars, with skeptics questioning the literal existence of the Ark. Moreover, the lack of definitive archaeological evidence directly linked to the Ark casts doubt and fuels controversy. Alternative viewpoints suggest that the Ark might have been a symbolic or metaphorical object rather than a physical one, meant to convey theological concepts rather than historical fact. Nevertheless, archaeological and scientific endeavors influence other aspects of the main topic by grounding the discussion in empirical research, which adds credibility to any claims. They provide a framework for evaluating the myths associated with the Ark, prompting further exploration and discourse about historical truths. Through these investigations, the line between myth and reality becomes more defined, encouraging a re-examination of ancient beliefs and their impact on contemporary perspectives. The heading, Symbolism and Religious Significance, delves into the deeper meanings and connotations associated with the Ark of the Covenant beyond its physical presence. The Ark is traditionally described as a sacred chest constructed by the Israelites under God's guidance to house the stone tablets of the Ten Commandments. Symbolically, it represents the divine presence and covenant between God and the Israelites, serving as a physical manifestation of their spiritual relationship and legal commitments. This symbolism is pivotal as it forms the crux of the argument about the Ark's mythic or historical reality, acting as a bridge between tangible history and intangible belief. The significance of the Ark's symbolism within religious contexts is profound. It is not only a relic of immense historical and theological import, but also a testament to faith that transcends physical evidence. This spiritual significance is underscored in various scriptures and religious traditions where the ark is portrayed as an instrument of God's power, guidance, and presence among his people, reinforcing its potential reality as a divine object. A real-world example of this can be seen in the annual Yom Kippur rituals within Judaism, which emphasize the spiritual forgiveness and covenant that the Ark once symbolized. Another example is its influence in Christian theology, where it is often seen as a precursor or foreshadowing of Christ, the ultimate fulfillment of the covenant. Opinions supporting the importance of the ark's symbolism often come from religious scholars and theologians who argue that the ark's presence in religious texts reflects a deeper truth about humanity's quest for divine connection. However, this interpretive approach faces challenges, especially when considering alternative viewpoints that question the ark's historical existence. Some historians and archaeologists doubt the physical reality of the ark, viewing it as a mythological construct rather than a historical artifact. The debate surrounding the ark's symbolism and religious significance influences other aspects of the main topic by highlighting the intersection between faith and historical inquiry. This dichotomy invites broader discussions on the nature of sacred relics and their role in cultural and religious identity, illustrating how belief can shape human history and vice versa. Ultimately, whether the Ark of the Covenant is myth or reality, its symbolic and religious significance endures, prompting reflection on humanity's enduring spiritual aspirations and the historical narratives that sustain them. Share, like, and follow for more.